Hey everybody, so this week we're talking about tree spirits, and I figured while I do that, I'll show all of you some of my tree spirits. This is my friend Arwen right here. She's a juniper tree. She is a spirit who walks the land and talks to me and helps me with different things. I had my journey with tree spirits start with a being named Fee Fi Fo Fum, who was a tree that, as I was walking through the wilderness, there was a trail, and off the trail, there was an enormous oak tree, only I didn't think it was that big. And I'll never forget him saying, "I'm bigger than you think I am." I telepathically heard the words in my mind, "I'm bigger than you think I am." And he pulled his energy and brought me to his location, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're bigger than you think you are." Than I thought he was. He was a big ancient oak tree, and I spent a lot of time in that wilderness, working with him, experiencing him, meditating beside him, sitting beside him, where I would end up experiencing a lot of magic in the woods because Fee Fi would tell me, "Hey, go down the trail or go do this," and I would see owls and foxes and all kinds of different wildlife encounters. I had an owl that would visit me by him, that I became friends with, who I would go out there, and the owl would just sit in the tree and we'd kind of talk to each other, and I'd sit down and he'd be cool with me being right beside him. And then there was a group of foxes at one point that Fee Fi helped me experience, a den with a fox mom and a bunch of pups running around. The trees are very connected to the land, and they'll help you experience magic on the land, not just physical magic like animals, but fairies as well, which is why I'm talking about them with the fairy experiences. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Let me get a little farther, but there's a ring of stone around Arwen here, and there's a, let's see here, there's like a fairy house I built right in there. So she shelters some fae, and the ring of stone helps to bring energy in and kind of honor her spirit too, because it's like gardening and making her space look pretty and inviting. And when we work with the land, when we work with the trees, they'll communicate with us. Arwen is the first tree I communicated with here. That's why she has the big ring of stones. And as I was doing that, I was building a relationship just by coming out every day and expressing that I wanted to talk to them, that I wanted to experience the land and the beings of the land and see, um, you know, who they were, meet who they were as friends. And then as that journey continued, I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings, and they decided to pick names, and Arwen was the first to pick her name. She wanted to be called Arwen. I had just gotten done reading the first book, The Fellowship of the Ring, and